The code uses the file dialog object to prompt the user to select a folder. If the user selects a folder, the path of the selected folder is stored in the XPath variable. If no folder is selected, the code exits the subroutine. The code creates a file system object and obtains the folder object for the selected folder. It then loops through each file in the folder. For each file, it increments the variable I to keep track of the row number. It uses the ActiveSheet hyperlinks add method to create a hyperlink in the ActiveSheet. The hyperlink points to the file's path and displays the file name in the first column of the current row. Finally, the code moves to the next file in the folder and repeats the process until all files have been processed. This macro can be executed by running the ListFiles subroutine. It will prompt the user to select a folder. And then it will list the files in that folder along with hyperlinks to each file in the ActiveSheet. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to use the provided code. Open an Excel workbook where you want to list the files. Press Alt plus F11 to open the Visual Basic Editor, VBA. In the VBA, insert a new module by clicking on Insert in the menu and selecting Module. Copy and paste the provided code into the new module. Save the workbook with the VBA code. Close the VBA and return to the Excel workbook. Press Alt plus F8 to open the macro dialog box. Select the ListFiles macro from the list and click the Run button. A file dialog box will appear. Browse and select the folder containing the files you want to list. Click the OK button in the file dialog box. The code will list the files in the selected folder by creating hyperlinks in the active sheet of the workbook. You can click on the hyperlinks to open the corresponding files. That's it. The code will dynamically create hyperlinks to the files in the selected folder, allowing you to easily navigate to each file by clicking on the hyperlinks in the Excel worksheet.